It's been a month now since a massive storm tore through our farm.
Oh my god, the chicken coop is over! The chicken coop's blown over!
Oh my god.
And finally, we are finishing picking up the last few pieces of damage.
And then she's finished.
And then she's finished.
Like she was a month ago.
That leaves us with focusing on the renovation house, which is the gift that keeps on giving.
It'd be so much easier if they did build like a regular house, you know what I mean?
Those are just the bats, don't worry about that. 2022 has been a year of surprises and nonstop work, leading us to realize the time has come for us to step away from it all.
I say we take a break.
Yeah.
A nice, long break.
Long one. I'm glad it stopped raining so we can get out here and do this.
Me too.
So we are back out at the chicken coop today. As you guys know, the storm that hit us completely demolished our rainwater catchment system on the coop. So we need to get that back up and running so we're not hauling 5-gallon buckets of water back out here. So the goal today is to go ahead and get this whole thing back up and running as far as the rainwater catchment system goes, because it's the last part of the coop that needs to be fixed.
And then she's finished.
And then she's finished.
Like she was a month ago.
Yes,
But what you guys destroyed.
yes, just not quite as pretty, but it's okay.
Still a good looking girl, you know, in all gray.
Silver fox.
Silver fox.
It's probably not the proper name for a chicken coop, though.
Huh?
Silver fox.
Yeah, you're right about that. Hey Ruth, how you doing, girl?
Restless, so tiny leaf. Tomorrow's unknown mysteries. I'm leaving me. I end up where I wonder how I lie. How still we're gone. We said there's no time to waste, so hand in hand we run this race. Let's end it well. Let's get them fires of hell now. Into the unknown.
All the original nipples were good except for 2. They snapped off, so I just pulled them out and put new ones in. And hopefully the holes aren't wobbled out from flipping over and snapping. We'll see when we turn the water on. I'm expecting they should be okay.
You got a full water tank in there? Ellie! Are you here to fill up the water? Alright, let's do it. Carter, pull it all the way around. We'll meet you up front.
How still we're gone. And our hearts are beating and our feet, they got a long, long way to go.
Hey, get quick, real quick, Carter.
And our souls won't shine. Can't you feel it from your head to your toes? And our hearts are beating and our feet, they got a long, long way to go.
You good to go?
Yeah, let's see if it leaks or not. We'll see.
Oh my gosh.
You got 2 chickens?
Two? Oh, hi girl.
Hi, girls.
Nice sweet girls, right?
Quick thank you to our sponsor, Athletic Greens. You guys know by now that we start every single day with this, and there's a good reason why. AG1 by Athletic Greens is 75 vitamins, minerals, probiotics, prebiotics, and adaptogens. It's basically a superfood complex that helps to fill in the gaps in our diet and keep our energy up throughout the day with just one single serving. 8 ounces of water, 1 scoop or travel packet, and we're good to go. A daily routine that's simple to throw together, easy to stick with, and tastes delicious. It's just the easiest way for us to invest in our health and help support our gut health, immunity, digestion, energy, and focus.
All things that we do, we don't operate at our best if we don't have a little bit of help, and this makes us work.
You're just giving away all of our performance secrets
Yeah,
these
that was
days, Josh. If you're interested in trying Athletic Greens, go to our link in the description box below to get a year's supply of vitamin D and 5 travel packs for free with your first purchase. This is a game changer for supporting your immune system. AG1 provides your body with everything you need for optimal performance every single day. Now let's get back to the build. The existing roof is officially off of the renovation house. It's been demoed and the underlayment is all on. So this is actually a pretty exciting week because not only is the new roof being installed, but drywall is going to be getting started. And we're very clearly not ready for drywall. to
Not
be
yet.
used.
We need a couple days. We need 2 to 3 days to get finished up and buttoned up. Then we're ready for sheetrock.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Today should be the very last day of framing on this first main level. So we're
Yeah.
trying to make some decisions on what we want to do in terms of closet space, keeping in mind that this is an Airbnb. It's not for sale. So, you know, do we want closet space? Do we not want closet space? What we do know is
Or open closet space.
right, like exposed closet space with
We'll
some
figure it
sort of
out.
like iron
Yes.
thing to hang stuff on. So we're making those decisions. What we do know is that we've got windows that need to be closed up and new ones that need to be framed out for larger windows.
Yes. So we have 1, 2 to close and 2 to open.
In the kitchen, a 36 by 60 window has been framed out that will sit above the kitchen sink. This means the existing window in what is now the kitchen needs to be closed off to make room for the hood that is going to go above the range. In the new bedroom that we framed up, which was previously the kitchen, there's a small window that needs to be closed up, and we have a large window that needs to be framed centering that back wall. Lastly, in the family room area, we have one window that is existing that needs to be closed up. We're going to have a mechanical room right there, and the small window next to the fireplace is going to get closed up, and a new larger window is going to get centered along that wall.
The window being demoed out, closing this up should be fairly easy. We're gonna go from a 2x4 to a 2x6, right where the window is located, because they have everything furred out so much, like on the other wall back there. A 2x6 in lieu of a 2x4 with the sheathing should match up perfectly with what they have going on. Oh my God. So as I'm turning the siding off at the window next to the kitchen, no surprise to me or Aaron or you guys, as a matter of fact, there's rot. Every window we have at this house, there's rot below it. So we'll bump this thing over 4 1/4, chalk the line up. It's gonna bring us to the center of the 2x4. We saw the entire thing out, and then we butt the 2x6 up to the 2x4. By us butting the 2x4 up to the 2x6, it's gonna have about a 1/2 inch gap from face of this back, and that's where we're gonna attach the OSB, and we'll go ahead and tape around this entire thing to close it off.
The world looks better when it's you and I. The days feel brighter with you by my side. I'm your only holy, you're my firefly. The world looks better when it's you and I. I like
So the window that we just closed up was over here in the kitchen. That was this window that is now going to have the range by it. And we also added a really large window here in the kitchen over top of the kitchen sink. This, of course, is the front of the house with their main entryway. So the window that we're going to be working on now is all the way over here in the family room area to the right side of the fireplace. Currently, they have that little tiny window and it's not centered on this wall. So we're going to be taking that window out and centering a new window that is like 36 inches by 60 inches on this wall. So it's going to be a nice big window and look much better.
So it's 103, so 51 and a half to center. So center of this stud right here is center of the window exact. So what we need to do is we need to get a 2x6 going across there. We'll bolt it to that header. The header right now is 5 2x4s stacked. We'll bolt everything to that. We'll bring some legs coming down or 2x coming down to hold the header up because we're gonna need to cut this window out. I'm sure there's a little bit of rot in there. That needs to come out and we need to reposition the entire window. So basically a good portion of that wall needs to come out for the window. We need something to hold both those rafters up.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. It'd be so much easier if they did build like a regular house, you know what I mean?
Yeah, with overhangs. Please, God, build your house with overhangs.
Yes, if you don't have overhangs in your house, I advise you get them because there's no overhangs in this house. Nothing's flashed properly. So every spot where there's a window, there's a rotting issue. And it's called rotting wood. That's what I mean. So let's get to cutting. The wall is supported. We're going to demo, frame up, move on.
This final window being framed is a pretty exciting moment because this officially marks the end of all framing on the first floor of this house. The bedroom is completely framed up. The walls are taken down for the eating area and beams installed to open up the main entryway. The utility closet is also completely framed up. It goes all the way up to the high ceilings right next to the stairwell. So a lot of progress is being made. It's pretty exciting and very rewarding. And today is going to be electrical, Josh's favorite. I save a lot of money on electrical in houses. Do you know that?
I said before, big country's free labor.
I'm not doing the electrical though. You're doing the electrical. You're the free labor today.
I'm always free labor.
I know a guy.
She'll pay me back tonight. So far today, I've already put up all the boxes, drilled all the holes. Now I'm ready to start pulling wire. The original plan was to leave, I guess when we bought the place, to leave some of the existing wire and jump off of stuff, but we quickly realized how awful it was, if you guys remember. All the grounds in the boxes were completely snipped off to the back of the box, so couldn't access the grounds. All the grounds were cut off in the panel, and as we dug further into the project of pulling sheetrock off and seeing the way they pulled the Romex and how they ripped the Romex apart and it's exposed wire everywhere, to say the least, I am very excited that I'm pulling this entire house and using no existing wire anywhere. Cost more, but guess what? I have peace of mind. I'm happy. started all the jumpers first, going from plug to plug. I typically pull the home runs first, but I really don't feel like getting on a ladder to do all that stuff. It's a lot more work because these high ceilings. But the home runs are where it goes from the panel to the first outlet or first switch. That's your home run. And what the jumpers are, it goes from receptacle to receptacle to receptacle, or from switch to switch or whatever have you. So I'm gonna keep on moving on the jumpers because I have a lot more to do. And I think pulling the 14 threes for the travelers around here is gonna be a complete and utter pain. So yeah, there's no easy way to do that. It's gonna take the long roundabout, up, down, around. It's gonna be fun. Our issue is we got rid of that wall. The entire wall is supposed to come out. We just got to find a new spot for the 3-gang switch, which controls the lights here and above us and right there. I guess we can put it here. That's kind of a wonky place for that, you know what I mean?
This is Josh's original layout for all of the different lights that we're going to have in this house. A lot of them are going to be recessed lights, and then in the kitchen we're thinking about doing some pendant lights, and in this main great room area we're kind of torn between some like pendant chandeliers or some ceiling fans. So we're gonna kind of play that by ear. Those are just the bats, don't worry about that.
We got bats, guys.
We'll talk about this later, okay? This isn't this video.
We thought it was rattlesnake at first, but then we realized it was probably bats. It's definitely not birds.
Okay. We're okay, I promise.
So you're studying both sides. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bend your wire a little bit so you can push it in there and try to hook it around so it hits that hole, that stud.
Oh.
You know what I mean? A little bit more of a hook. So take it and bend it,
Yeah, you got it.
and just like that. You know what I mean? So it's not
Easy.
it's not hard. It does. There's a one hitter quitter right there, buddy. You know? That's good enough. Now push it up that little push it this little tab right there.
Pull, pull, pull. Nice.
Not to brag or anything, but I have 2 electricians in this household. One works for Little Debbie's and the other one works for ice cream. It's not a bad deal.
So I just spent the past 2.5, 3 hours getting everything else roughed in. It's a monotonous task. We didn't film it all because it's all just me pulling wire through holes. I mean, so the only spot we have left is the bedroom where the panel is. We got to rough that in a little bit, and also up in the loft. I got to figure out how I'm gonna get power up that way. The existing stuff is coming out. It's garbage. I just got to figure out how to get up there. There's ways, but it requires me removing a lot of drywall, which I don't want to do. I'm trying to find the path of least resistance, if that makes sense. So we are excited about all the progress that's happening. So the first bit of progress is right here. If you guys remember, this was gonna be a bedroom, and Aaron had the great idea of tearing it all out and making an open loft area. Everything came down. It actually opened the entire thing up a lot more. Originally, we just walked through the door right here, the doorway, and then you go to a small, tiny little room with a closet. But now that's all open. You can see over, there's Aaron down there in the loft. And you can see you can overlook over down here too. So it's definitely pretty cool. And now we're walking into our bedroom, not our bedroom, but the bedroom. Originally this was supposed to be the bathroom. It got changed. It's actually, in our opinion, it's probably a better fit for a bedroom.
For an Airbnb.
Yes, for an Airbnb, it's a better fit. The bedroom's actually bigger now. The bathroom is still big enough.
Oh yeah.
It's still a big bathroom, but this is it. And now here, walking into the bathroom, We got a knee wall here. We have a chase going up to the ceiling. That's how we're gonna vent our plumbing for the vanity and all that stuff, but it's all come together, guys. We're gonna put some skylights here, skylight there. We gotta work around this, obviously, put a skylight in. But like I said, we're going for the Airbnb. We want a nice, unique looking house, and it's coming along very nicely.
It is.
If you guys remember that storm that came through here not too long ago, actually had a tree fall down on a brand new built fence. So tonight we're gonna go ahead and get everything cleaned up, get the fence put back together. And this is actually the last piece of cleanup from the storm.
They're the cutest.
He's a funny dog, you know?
All in all, I think that we fared pretty well because the tree actually didn't fall on any of the posts. Like none of the posts are messed up, which would have been the more difficult thing to fix.
That would have been pretty bad.
Yeah,
Maybe we had to dig that out and put a new one in.
yeah. And that wouldn't have been fun.
No.
But as you see, that's not what happened. So like this whole thing is still good. We need to just nail that guy back in. And then all of these boards down here, none of them are even split in half, are they?
No, everything was nailed in.
Yeah.
And we did a few nails per board. And the way that tree came down, and just put all that force on there and just push it straight down.
Yeah.
Then all the nails came plopping out straight down for the tree. So
Yeah. So it's kind of like just clear the tree out of the way and
straighten the nails and hammer back in.
yeah,
Might need a screw or two, but no big deal.
no big deal.
Not at all. See? Like new, you know? You gonna reuse these things?
We're gonna find out.
All right.
Where's this guy go? He goes right there.
You go to blast though.
Yeah.
We're gonna, so that's top, middle, bottom. In that order, it goes
Okay.
like a domino effect, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so we'll work from the bottom up.
Yep, you have to.
All right.
We make sense, darling, we just make sense. Ever since the day we met,
I think I can see the nails on this guy.
we've been a perfect fit. We're a perfect fit.
Good enough.
Good enough?
Let's go for my house.
I say we take a break.
Yeah,
A nice long break.
long one.